Thank you, Dr. Vasinik. Good afternoon to all of you. When we started the program, the session, there was a fear where the speakers will outnumber the audience. Now we are very happy that the other way now things have taken place. Friends, I am representing an organization called Vocational Training and Research Society based at Bangalore. Our basic function and the only one lone agenda that we have is to create employability for the underprivileged youth, especially those who are school dropout. As you all know that there is a heavy, massive school dropout rate existing in the country to the tune of 88%, or in other words, only 12%. I don't know, Dr. Alka will agree with me. Only 12% of the, children, those who get enrolled in the first standard, they pass the 10th system. And this is the reality that today we are facing in the country. So our effort is to organize skills training for these particular people, and in the process, how exactly we could also organize vertical academic mobility so that a 7th or 8th dropout child can pass the 10th system by being associated with the NIOS. So just Dr. Basinik told that NIOS has completed 22 years, and we are very lucky that we could had this cooperation done when NIOS was in its teen years, about 19 years. So there was a cooperation struck with NIOS about 1.5 years ago, and let me only speak about what exactly is the cooperation is all about. Now this is a presentation outline. This is why the cooperation of open schooling, institutional and students profile, cooperation benefits, positive changes, central locations, challenges, issues and suggestions, and also the future plan. Now regarding what I spoke at the outset, opening a skill and letter door. We take it that they miss the first school bus. We have shut the door. As I said, only 12% of the children, they are able to pass it. So in the first initial, in the first instance, we shut the door for them. Then we call them as redundants, waste, criminals, and useless. We don't need them because they are no more useful to the society. So this is the way that, though we need them in different other ways as hawkers or as people, those who are, delivering a daily service to us. And friends, we also see the situation, the scenario as the shelf life of a human being doesn't just stop with the formal learning, formal channels of learning. Now, whose fault? I don't know, again, I will be contradicting some of the previous speakers. Now, if you have, this is a scale, standard 1, and we have, this is the down the line, it is coming, this is first, second standard, and 6% school dropout. And we always say, Planning Commission, we have a Planning Commission always says 94% school enrollment, that we are very proudly saying, there is no doubt about it. And what about the sustaining, what exactly this enrollment gets sustained thereafter, that is to be discussed. And by 5th standard, we look, it's about 13% getting. So the total picture in this is that about 42% dropout takes place by the time they reach 5th standard. Now, 46% in the subsequent instances, and by standard 10, 88%, and only 12% getting to the mainstream education, higher education. This information, as you all said, that we have one university in the country that is called the National University of Educational Planning and Administration. They organize survey. I don't know, representatives are sitting here from NUPA. Now, opening a skill door regarding, NIOS has a program called the SED, Special Accredited Institution for Educationally Disadvantaged. Am I right, Dr.? Yes. Institutions so far accredited with FVTRS 39 for both academic and also for vocational training. And the total enrollment capacity in this cooperation is for 11,000 students. And all these study centers, they have complied with the standards and norms of NIOS. The institutional profile. This is the institutional profile. Established NGOs, non-profits we call them, with experience in vocational training, working for school dropout youth, funding support from FVTRS for VET, mostly rural-based groups, and complied with all required legal parameters. And this is the white dots indicates the presence of the centers, institutions, and also the study centers. Here I just take one small break to give you more information about. So these are the states where we will find the centers located. Now, students' profile, tribals and scheduled caste communities, other backward communities, otherwise poor from all sections. So these are the centers, we have already spoken about it. Now, students' profile, otherwise poor from all sections, differently abled, more than 50% of students are girls. Now, as of now, it is 52%, and enrolled for vocational training, secondary and near secondary courses. Cooperation benefits. Now let me also, Dr. Vasnik also spoke to me about the cooperation benefits as it is now being realized in the study centers and also the institution. Recognized certification. This is the first time in the life of them that they have received one recognized certification. And vertical growth, as I said, only for school dropout youth, and access. They are today, accessible, the people, those who are in the rural area, they are today accessible to NIOS, and more importance on women and SC and ST and people with a disability. And existing courses are recognized by NIOS. Most of the institutions, they have their own courses, and those courses are mostly also existing with the NIOS. And vernacular teaching and examination procedures, in their own language that they can write the exam. And sharing knowledge and experiences. Now, cooperation benefits. A new status for the status and dignity for the school dropout youth, and short-term program, short-term courses. It is many a time it was felt that, we should also go for short-term programs, because as people in the rural areas, as you all realize that, they don't have that much of time, that much, luxury of a time to undergo training of about 3 months or 6 months. So usually it is for 2 months, 1.5 months. Then they are getting 9 opportunities to write exams. Then passed out students can register in employment exchange as well. They are permitted to do that. And enhanced employment opportunities naturally. And the positive changes. On certification to recognized certification, they used to give a certification earlier by themselves. Now at the new scenario, emerging scenario, they are getting a recognized certification and own curricula to a recognized curricula that is available with the NIOS. And as I said earlier, a new status, a new dignity, and that is what was exactly lacking for this youth, those who are in the rural areas, those who could not pass the 10th class. Now the challenges, continued school dropout situation. This situation is still existing and we do not know how long it's going to happen and how are we going to tackle this particular situation. We have resources, we have infrastructure, we have expertise, we have also